All right, so this video is going to break down the program that you will be designing at the end of Unit 5. So if you're at this point, you can get that project sheet in front of you and I will talk you through the requirements of this particular project. So if you look, you can see in this programming assignment, you will create a program that uses conditional statements, user input, images, random numbers, and collision to create a medicine chase game. So it says program code will need this at the start. So just like every other project, you have your beginning code. You then need to document thoroughly throughout. And this will be a program where this will be absolutely key because you will have quite a bit of code. And then at the end of the program, you need to include a brief narrative, basically stating what new concepts you used, what you liked, and what you did not. What you can see here is the breakdown of how your grade will be calculated. So there are a lot more requirements in this one. And as a result, your documentation and self-reflection will be worth less because there are quite a few items that I will be looking for in your game that you need to make sure work as expected. When you are done, you will fill out your self-reflection form, get a hard copy of your code, and then save it correctly in the shared drive. So I call this game Medicine Chase, and it says you're going to create a single player game called Medicine Chase. Your program should have 4 different screens, essentially, throughout gameplay. So you can see here, you'll have a title screen, which will display the name of the game. Then you'll have an instruction screen, which will provide basic instructions. You'll have a gameplay screen, and you'll have a game over screen. Now, note the special note right here. It says you will need to create the title, instruction, and game over screen in Paint or in Monogame. So those you need to design on your own. I will give you this gameplay screen that will have a hospital and a parking lot, so I will provide that for you. You can find all of those located on my classroom website. However, the other 3 screens you will need to create. Then, from there, it says during gameplay, the following will occur. So when you reach this gameplay screen right here, when you reach that screen, then this is what should happen. You're going to have an ambulance, and that ambulance will use the gamepad or keyboard. You can choose what you'd like to use to move around the screen. This ambulance will change picture as the direction of the ambulance is changing. So I'll kind of walk you through what that means right now. I'm going to start my game. Give it a second. It can start up. There we go. So here you can see Medicine Chase. This is my title screen. You'll notice it gives me prompts. It says press S to continue. Then this is my instruction screen. Press I to continue. And then here you'll see I have an ambulance. So this ambulance, if I use the arrow keys, moves around and changes direction based on the key that I am pressing. So it needs to move around in that way. So that's the first requirement. Now from here, and I'll start this over when it ends, it says 4 or more medicine bottles will appear on the screen. So I have 4. You can have more if you would like. It says these 4 or more medicine bottles will randomly change location every 5 seconds. So just bear with me. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. I'm going to play again. So they're going to change location every 5 seconds. Then note it says the medicine bottles should generate a location that is either in the parking lot or north of the parking lot. So that's going to be on this side of your screen. Not over here on top of the hospital, but over here. Then it says if a medicine bottle is intersected, it will change locations and then should not move about for another 5 seconds, regardless of what is happening with the other medicine bottles. So what this means, and I'm going to show you this in just a second, is that my ambulance moves. And notice how these medicine bottles move every 5 seconds. They only are generated in that parking lot area, but if I hit a medicine bottle, it goes on its own timer. So you'll notice that as we start going, since I've hit some of these medicine bottles, some of them move at different times because they are moving every 5 seconds themselves. So if they are hit, their timer should start over and they should be told to move 5 seconds later. So they should not all move at the exact same time after the ambulance has started to hit the medicine bottles. So be very, very careful of that. So now I'm going to go through and show you the health bar and the intersection. Health bar says a 200 by 20 health bar will appear in the upper right-hand corner. The health bar will decrease 1 pixel every 1/6 of a second. So think about how you display every 1/6 of a second. I will look in your code for that. Then the intersection says when the ambulance intersects a medicine bottle, that medicine bottle will generate a new location. When the ambulance intersects a medicine bottle, 5 pixels will be added to the width of the health bar. So every time you hit a medicine bottle, this health bar grows just a little bit. Plus, that medicine bottle changes location. And then to end, the game ends when the health bar has a width of 0. So when the health bar reaches 0, the game will automatically end. And if the player chooses to play again, the ambulance and the health bar will reset. So if you haven't noticed so far, every time my game ends, my ambulance resets in its location and my health bar is reset to be full. So every time I play, it's like I'm playing for a new time. Now watch as I hit the medicine bottles. My health bar increases just a little bit. You can see that every time I hit one, it goes up just a smidge. So note in a few seconds when my game ends that it will prompt me if I want to play again or exit. If I choose to exit, it will automatically exit the program. And if I choose to play again, remember, it will reset my ambulance up here with it facing the right direction, and it will reset my health bar. Now, if I choose E, if I choose to exit, I automatically exit the game. So just a reminder, all of these pictures, besides the couple that you have to create, are located on my classroom website, so you can access them there. If you have any questions as you work, please let me know. Any problems you need help solving, I will help guide you to the best of my ability. But best of luck in creating your first ambulance medicine chase game.